in the House of Representatives under new management, the Equality Act was approved to go forward for a vote. One of Nancy Pelosi's sworn aim is to pass this act. The Equality Act may sound innocuous, but it has been described as the most invasive threat to religious liberty ever proposed in America. If it passes, and this is what is written here about it, its sweeping effect on religious liberty, free speech, and freedom of conscience would be historic. It basically will enshrine into federal law the erasing of all distinction of gender. It will elevate sexual orientation or LGBT causes over and against religious liberty and biblical faith. In fact, it specifically stipulates that the Religious Freedom Restoration Act cannot be appealed to anymore by businesses, educational institutions, religious institutions, and individuals. Those who follow the Bible and thus who cannot agree with such things as the erasing of gender, same-sex marriage will be equated with racists and bigots, and will lose every legal fight they enter. In public schools, parents will be forced to have their children educated against the Bible or against their faith. The, quote, war over bathrooms will be over. In the United States, a recent study found that 40% of those in prison, actually United Kingdom, 40% of those in prison identifying as transgender are registered sex offenders. This is saying now that one of any sex will have the right to go anywhere one wants, such as men entering women's bathrooms, women's showers, competing in women's sports, which is lunacy. Any religious organization working to provide homes for orphans or foster children will be cut off from government support if they do not agree with these things. All doctors will be forced to immediately start transitioning any child who says they really want to be the other sex. The war of wedding cakes over, wedding photographers over, all others along these lines, all things will be over. Believers will be forced to endorse homosexuality and same-sex marriage, or go against their conscience, or go out of business, wherever it affects that. Parents will lose their rights not only at school but at home. If a child says, I want to be of the opposite sex, that parent, if they do not start biologically or medically trying to change that child, they will run the risk of having their children taken away from them. That is not just talk. It's already happened. A father and mother said they wanted to provide counseling for their child who wanted to be of the opposite sex. The state removed the child from their parents.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.